Recording has begun.
Back. Your steadfast loyalty is greatly appreciated.
Prozankian, thank you for the 7 months. Very much appreciated. Thank you, Prozankian. So we are back. We are back apparently. I am really not feeling too great today. I'm pretty tired. Medical stuff's been acting up this week. It's been really friggin' annoying. But, oh my god, bears! I forgot. I was right about to say, I don't remember what we were doing at the end of the last stream. Am I doing the hot potato challenge this year? I am. Yep, I am. My spot is already set up. I didn't remember what we were doing. Apparently, we were hiding out from a lot of bears. So what else we were doing? We got a person in here to give over to the Empire. We are testing out making a vat army. So we already made some godlike children the old-fashioned way. And you might be saying to yourself, Adam, explain the old-fashioned way to make children. Well, I will do just that. Here's how you make children the old-fashioned way. First, you become a doctor. You put your wife in anesthesia on a hospital bed. You go in, you extract the ovum. You dump the ovum into the floor. You turn to the side of the hospital bed while they're still there, and you do something to the dish. Hearts pop up into the air, and an embryo is made. Then you take that embryo and you shove it in a vat for 3 years. And then when it pops out, you act like you had raised it the entire time, and you raise it normally all the way to age 13. And that is the old-fashioned way to raise children. How do you raise it from 3 to 13? You give it 3 blackboards and send it on its way. That's it. Anyway, now though, we are testing out fully growing a vat army, so we're going with that. Let's see, I was updating or upgrading the kill box into plasteel right here, and so we can repair it more easily, so I gotta get that done. We are working on the minigun defense setup. We got mushrooms coming out of everywhere. I don't know what that means, but we do. And we actually have our scanners going. So today, what are our goals? I don't remember exactly what I said our goals were at the end of the last one. Obviously, we're going to continue to raise the children. We are almost at raid cap. So, whoops, we're almost at raid cap. So I've been pushing wealth finally, and we're at we're about 50,000 wealth away from raid cap. So we're not quite there, but we're getting close. So raid cap, 10,000 raid points. Raids are getting hefty. All right, to these bears, let me double check because I don't remember what was going on with these bears. So we had an enemy raid and the bears. All right, so this is the second event from Cassandra. So now she's going to be on cooldown for a little bit. How's it going, Noobish? Vlad, Burr. 3 blackboards, a shotgun, and a beer. All a Dwarven child, and really any child needs. Can I elaborate a bit on the minigun defense? I'll do so a little bit more when it's completely done, but basically, we were using stuff like this during Winston Waves, or theory crafting it, and oh man, so hopefully no one breaks down and actually goes out there. And Smurf actually used it in his Winston Waves run, and it worked fairly well, and he posted a clip about it. But basically, why we developed it is in the Winston Waves runs, we were getting attacked sometimes by 200 centipedes, literally 200 centipedes, and you could have like 100 centipedes and a mech breach at the same time. So we needed a way to clump up mechs and AoE them down, and it turned out miniguns were the way to go. So basically, a minigun outranges all the mechs aside from the pikemen, pretty much. And pikemans are not super deadly. Now with 1.4, unfortunately, some of the centipedes have miniguns as well, so that's why we had to add the front bit. So how it works is we line up a crap load of people with miniguns back here, and then we have an EMP tunnel here, and we have a shotgun tunnel over here. What happens is the breach raid or mechs, they come up through here. We throw a lot of EMPs. Our goal is to not just like keep all the mechs stunned until they die. Our goal is to clump them. Once the mechs are clumped up, the miniguns, usually about 12, 13 plus miniguns, unload into the clump. In practice, with enough miniguns, it actually destroys all of the centipedes and breachers really quickly. And they're stunned during it. And then if anything comes up, we have the shotgun tunnel to kind of pick them off. Now the front part, what is that for? Well, in practice, like I said, the pikemen outrange. The pikemen aren't shooting from their maximum range for some reason. So what we did is we put just another basic cover, because pikemen aren't super deadly. They can still kill you, but their actual max damage is not super high. So they have to get really lucky to one-shot you. So we have this to step forward so we can finish off the pikemen. So that's the basics of it. It's not a super complex thing. I'm also going to try it against some pirates by throwing not just EMP grenades, but throwing some frag grenades and seeing how it works. So a little bit experimental, because it did work with Winston Waves, but Winston Waves is an entire different kind of playthrough. That's an entire different kind of animal, right? So yeah, that's the basics behind it. Let's go on Gearbot. Welcome in. So Whistle PT, welcome back. Have a good way to switch from cloth and double strand instead of make until you have one. So when I'm switching over material, a lot of times what I'll do initially is I'll actually put this up for like a big colony. I'll put this up to like 2 or 3, usually 2 at a time for all of them instead. And then I will change the, you know, the materials that we're making. That way it's not like everyone's getting naked, you know, at once. And then I'll just go through it more slowly. You can also do it the same way and just, you know, do the assignments only a few people at a time, so everyone at the same time. Yeah, that's typically all I do. Is it worth flashbanging? Well, flashbang is a mod, so no, it is not worth me going and downloading mods and playing different fused flashbangs. I don't know. I've never used them. That's a mod. If it works in your game, go for it. Masterwork. It's all good. A lot of people forget what is and isn't mods in their game, especially because they've had mods for so long. So I get things like that all the time. I even get things like that on my guides. Like I got one this morning about on the friendly fire guide, that I have out there. Someone posted, it was like, this doesn't work with, and they listed some kind of weapon that's not in the base game. And I was like, that's a modded gun. I'm not making my guides to encompass every mod situation as well. These are for unmodded games. And they're like, oh, I didn't realize that gun was a mod. It's like, what? Anyway. Let's go on Ugly Sad Life. Jack, welcome back. How's my game run so well with so many colonists? Well, I have a really good computer. It's literally doing nothing but playing RimWorlds. You might be saying, Adam, you're streaming right now. That's true, kind viewer, but I have a 2 PC set up. I'm fortunate I have that set up. So I have one PC that's just doing the streaming, and one that's just doing the gaming. Basically no mods. And that's pretty much it. It will get laggy later though. Do quality of life only. Why not uranium or granite over plasteel? Because plasteel has more HP. I want to use the highest HP. Let's take a look. 0. Plasteel wall, 840. All right. Uranium wall, 750. So why would I nerf my wall? Plasteel has the highest HP out of all the walls, and granite's like way down. We don't even have granite on the map, but granite's like 400 or some 400 and something. But yeah, plasteel is the highest HP wall. Do I use any mods? You can go to exclamation mods. That's even more mods than I usually use on the list. But I basically use 3 mods. No pause, camera plus, and P music, pretty much. Random plus, I didn't use this run. Oh, I use Celsius and Fahrenheit so that chat can see the temperature, no matter where they are. Rocketman, I haven't been using until late game lately. I turn Rocketman on later in the game. It does screw some things up sometimes, especially when you're like rolling maps. So I have been waiting to use that until late game. All right, Bears, I'm gonna need you to get out of here so we can go back to work. Look how fast we're going through all the mushrooms. Holy crap. Just the other day when we played, I had like 9,000 and people were like, you're overproducing food. Why are you overproducing so much food? Vat dwarves are very hungry. Very hungry. Fat dwarves? Yeah, those two, but fat or vat, either way, they're all very, very hungry dwarves. So it's like the very hungry caterpillar, only everything is mushrooms. Do the vats get beer? No, unfortunately, you can't put beer in the vats. I did look. Has Random Plus been updated to fix for like Mechanitors and stuff? It wasn't working with Xenotypes even in this run correctly, so I don't know if it's been updated since then. The plumbing. Yeah, thankfully there's no plumbing in RimWorld outside of mods. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Can't believe when I have to grow more mushrooms. Unreal. Unreal. How many colonists there are? Yeah, there's quite a bit. There's quite a bit. When the vat doors grow up, we'll have 26. Plumbing will be in the next one. Oh, I hope not. RimWorld sanitation. Then we'll have ribs, royalty, ideology, biotech, sanitation. Oxygen Run seems like getting study hard enough. Back to watching the VODs, Lewis. The next VOD will start with a W. They better not start, or I mean the next expansion. Tynan, you better not name the next expansion something that starts with a W. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. I'll just complain on the internet. That's what everyone does. That would be so annoying. Like, I would actually be more upset if the next one starts with a W than this one not starting with an M. It's a quest where you get shuttled to a camp to wipe it out. Yes. Doesn't complete because it says you missed turrets. Oh, I haven't had that part happen. No, that is weird. That is a weird one. I haven't had that happen. He literally spells out RimWorld. Tynan, please. For the love of all that's holy. For the love of
Sky God.
Don't do it, Tynan. Don't do it. Let's go at night. All right, the bears are gone, so we can go back to our normal everyday business here and see about getting those mushrooms in. I wish they just named it Mechanitor or, you know, Metamorphosis or Meta or anything. Anything else. Anything that started with an M. They could have named it Milk and I'd have been good with it. RimWorld Milk. RimWorld Memories, you know? RimWorld Michigan. I don't care. So I talked about it in the last playthrough, but we have this silly theory. Someone was talking about it on Discord or something. So the reason, yeah, mutation worked. The reason why Tynan couldn't name it something that started with an M is long ago when he first made RimWorld. He made a buffalo, but he borrowed that B and he put an M on it. He used his M, and years later, the letters came back. The letters came back and haunted him. He wanted to name it an M, but he couldn't. The devil came knocking, and he's like, remember that B you borrowed from the buffalo? Well, now it's time to pay it back. So, why is the adult vat dwarf naked? It's so that people can come by and look in the vat at them. We don't have any TV yet. We gotta get some entertainment somehow. She's not unhappy about it. That's terrible. That's terrible. Canceled. Canceled. Do I have plasteel? Okay. Look at my beautiful creation. You can see all the parts growing. No, you know what? Stop it. Stop it. That's a 14-year-old female dwarf. It's inappropriate. Stream reported. All right, let's see what our mushroom stock is after this. Oh, we got the devil strand growing. Look at that, our first devil strand coming in. We got guarlin over there ready to harvest too. All right. All right, we'll harvest that. Yeah, so unfortunately, for anyone that didn't see, the beard Xeno thing is bugged, or maybe it's working as intended, but not very good either way. The reason why the female doors don't have beards, even though they have the gene for it, is for some reason, the bushy beards for men gene overwrites unisex beards in females. Now, I have fixed that in the save file, or in my saved dwarf xenotype, but it's not going to impact this game. If though, I have some new downloadables ready on my site. If you go to my website, or you can just type exclamation download, I believe. But if you go to adamversuseverything.com/downloads, I am starting to put links on there where you can download my custom Xenotypes. You can download my custom ideologies. So if you want to play with the dwarves with the fixed beards, if you want to play with the dwarves, both their ideology and their, Xenotype, you can do that. There's the blueprints on there. I'm going to keep updating that. What's the plan for a bug attack in the base? Same thing we've done in the last 3. We will melee block and kill them if they spawn in the actual base, and if they don't spawn in the actual base, we'll burn them. Yeah, we'll just kill them. I'd much rather have an infestation than like a big mech breach right now, for instance. However, the downside to the infestation is that we have to rebuild a bunch of garbage. So, how often? We've gotten 3 infestations, but. So a lot of people don't know the weighting of infestations. The infestations are a 2.7 weight. Now you might say, what does that mean? How does that compare to other things? I'm glad you asked. So a raid is a 7.4 weighting. So what that means is when the game rolls a major event, it's basically 3 times, I know not exactly, it's basically 3 more times likely to roll a raid than it is an infestation. That's just how it is, and it's rolled a lot of raids for us, so. Shortward, thank you for the 12 months. That's almost a full calendar year. Thank you, Shorts. A newsletter. That is so that if I collect email addresses, I can email out important updates if I ever want to, but so far no one signed up for it, so it doesn't matter. Weight equals raffle ticket. All right, Sky God has been summoned. Great Sky God of RimWorld, what should we abide by this day?
Commandment 450. Blah, blah, blah.
Sorry, sometimes you get a crappy quote. That's the risk you take when you roll a random quote. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. So let's go ahead and put our components up to like 40. There we go. I really would like a trade ship coming in, but so far no luck there. And we've almost upgraded all of our shotguns to masterwork, so we are going to start working on work on some of those miniguns that we were talking about. So miniguns. Let's go ahead and make a few of those. I think we also got our body. Yeah, we got some body parts done. So who's making this? We want Soul Sapper. That is correct. And let's just make one, see how it turns out. I'm feeling masterwork on this one. I'm feeling masterwork. That's all. It's gonna. He's just not in the mood today. Ghost, welcome in. True pass down him. Ghost has summoned the devil. All right, what does the devil have to say?
Sin number 1347. We'll go into the hentai business full time.
And that's the history of how hentai became popular. It was one of the many tools of the devil. Thanks, Satan. Usually you say, not today, Satan, but today we say, thanks, Satan. Why are you thinking Satan? What even is hentai? Ask your mother. Ask your mother what hentai is. But Adam, I'm 40 years old. Ask your mother. Have your mother Google it. If she doesn't know. Ask your mother what it is, and when she says, I don't know, what is that? Is that like when chickens wear like neckties? And you can say, probably. Can you Google it for me? All right. We got some more steel close by or no? We got some steel. What do they do with that Guarlin seed? Can I? Guarlin seed? Spare Guarlin seed? I really like the new shells, but they have caused me to be more blind than normal, and I don't know why. So I know it's more cluttered, right? So there's like, you know, there's 3 items per shelf, and then you also have all the numbers and the quality and stuff. So now when I'm like just glancing through, it's even harder. Are you my mommy? That clip. Oh God, pilot wash. Let's buy this. Oh, it's still there. I was looking in the wrong place the whole time. The whole time. What do you know? Triple blind. You get a search item thing. Yeah, that would be nice. I really like that they added the searches for, you know, bills and whatnot, and they added it for the construction menu. It would be nice to have one otherwise. I force you to sort much more. Yeah. Yeah. All right, we are going to smooth this in here because it is going to be very ugly. So we gotta get all that done. We're almost at wealth cap anyway, so let's go and die, guy. Called your 67-year-old mom Google hentai. She Googled it and just hung up on you. Dad, I don't want to tell you, but I think she might. You know what? Never mind. There's 2 options, Tet. Either she's upset with you, or she really liked what she saw. A growth moment for the vat dwarf. What? Look at this. So we did like some normal raising of children, right? And now we're trying out just full vat children. So we have like 5 or 6 full vat children. And check this one out. We're getting so lucky. Nimble and quick sleeper. Why do you smooth the halls? It increases your walk speed. So it's not just beauty, it's walk speed. A big part of it is walk speed for me. Nimble, quick sleeper. So lucky. So here, this walk speed is 93%. 93%. There we go. Walk speed, 93%. Now we have smoothed the smoothed. Yeah, there we go. 100%. So it's going to give us not only the beauty, but it's going to give us 7% extra walk speed. We're already very slow doors, so it prevents them from tripping on pebbles. He's already converted. Cool. We could rip genes from this guy. Let's see what he has. Naked speed. We already have robust. Yeah, we don't really want any of those, so. Dark reddish hair. Robust and fast learning. We actually put robust on the new baby. What happened to that baby? Floor baby, there we go. Floor baby, floor baby. I think I might put floor baby back into the vat too. Yeah. I think I will. Now that they've survived. Alright, Ramdam, if you could stop feeding floor baby so I can throw it into a vat. That'd be excellent. A vat of mushroom baby food. So, Dan, welcome in. Dwarf down in butter and sliding them down a smooth hallway is much more than 7% speed increase. Is that what they mean? By very dangerous over short distances? You got a slip and slide dwarf and butter? That sounds dangerous. That sounds very dangerous. All right, so we are getting that smoothed out. Oh, I wanted to bring some light down there for the future. The future. It's kind of overkill, but better overkill than underkill, I always say. I really do always say that these days. We'll see how that goes. I'm actually worried about the long combat time with these because our genes make us super hungry, so they're getting hungry during even just normal combat, which is kind of frustrating. So we might end up investing into some more drugs. Your wife has the lightning sleeper gene. She also has the carcolepsy gene that falls asleep super fast when you drive. Fart on your leg while she sleeps gene. Guessing she can't hear the stream right now. No kill like overkill. Stop feeding or stop beating. It was stop feeding, yeah, but either way works. Your wife has the same gene. What I usually use for chem fuel, I usually, if I don't have boomalope, I usually use whatever food that we are overproducing. So I'll use rice, I'll use mushrooms. I'm using mushrooms in this case. Boomalope are really awesome though. A single boomalope can give you enough chem fuel to power 2.4 chem fuel generators forever, which is very awesome, very insane. And if you're on a map with like lots of wood, like if you're on a swamp map or jungle map, or even for a while on a temperate forest map, you can just use wood. Well, they always want the beer. These beggars always want the beer. They're coming for 58 beer. That's like the 5th or 6th time beggars have been asking us for beer. That would be like a group coming up to your house and asking for like insulin, you know? And you might say, oh, that's not true. It is, because we will literally die without beer. Alcohol dependency. We will go into a coma and die without beer. Using wood, should use the wood burner. I haven't mathed it out. However, I know the chem fuel generator is very efficient. I think it's more efficient than the wood generator. So my gut tells me that it actually would be overall more material efficient to turn the wood into chem fuel and then put the chem fuel in the generator. But obviously that's probably not work efficient, right? So yeah, I haven't actually tested out which of those, if you're using wood, would end up being the very best. Like no one ever was. Only a good one, but yeah, it's my gut. I forgot my license at home. Can you spot me some beer? How come there's no barracks? This is a themed run where I'm just playing differently. Nothing has happened to barracks. They have not been nerfed. The barracks, I feel, are still better than bedrooms. But this is a themed run where we're playing differently on purpose. So it's the same reason why there's no... This is ridiculous. We're getting all these great traits on just the vat babies. That's really crazy. I mean, not all of them are good. Like, there's a few that got delicate and stuff, but... Our Devil Strand is in. Hooray. Hooray. So we're going to go in here. We're going to get started on switching over to Devil Strand clothing. So we're going to clear everything. Just turn on Devil Strand and Hyperweave. Clear all Devil Strand Hyperweave. Clear all Devil Strand Hyperweave. The children
fellowship expands.
will have to suck it up and wear the old stuff. Did they nerf bears with axes, though? Just Rocketman. Why you no barracks? Gearbot. Thank you for the subscription. Thank you, Gearbot. Very much appreciate it. So yeah, we're Xander's on a little bit of cooldown. It should be off before too long. We'll see what she hits us with here. We're going to go ahead and clear storage there, and we're going to go with Devil Strand for now. Later on, we might put that as all textile, but for now, Devil Strand it is. Let's see. Our rituals are up. There was a social fight. What is this about? Rhino spoke negatively of Claw's courageousness. All right. Let's do a festival. Any pollution here? No pollution. We haven't used anything that causes pollution yet, but we will. Is marine armor worth it? Marine armor is worth it defensively as long as the speed penalty isn't too much for you to bear. Yes, marine armor is definitely an upgrade from flak plus duster. It's definitely an upgrade from recon. It's not as good as cataphract, obviously. Thank you. Cheers from Brazil. Thank you for watching over there. Thank you for coming over here. Yeah, marine armor is really good, and cataphract even more. The only downside to either of those, aside from their obviously costs, materials to make and whatnot, is that they slow you down a little bit. Cataphract's even more slowing you. Yep, it is. All right, I think we're gonna be good on. Oh, I forgot we had a psychic suppressor. All right, psychic suppressor is done. Nice. Usually bother with flat pants. No, flat pants aren't. I wish they would make flat pants just a little bit better. They're not really worth it, I don't find. Found two recon armor and a marine armor in near perfect condition on day 3. It's always nice. Was it the... I think it was the no kill box run where I betrayed the Empire. So I did a run where 5% no pause, no kill box, no cover. And early on, I betrayed the Empire. And we ended up downing them without killing them. So I ended up with a like good assault rifle and full recon gear on my naked tribal brutality pawn. What are closet turrets for? This one is for collision. These ones are for breachers. Pain stopper is good for genies. I don't usually like pain stopper overall because the people that have pain stoppers are more apt to die. I guess it depends on what you're using your genie for, you know? But that's what it boils down to. Genies are delicate. Yep. Pain stopper for vampire. It makes sense for vampire, yeah, I would say. Because vampire is going to be good as long as their brain is intact. Video in the no kill box. Open in YouTube right now. Waiting for stream. That's the run I am most proud of. Why is one bedroom door always open? Oh, it's just an old thing that happened. So the reason why that was initially is she was giving birth, and I was trying to make it so that we had the least movement penalty on the way to the bed and hospital bed. So I was having someone run in front of her and literally open doors. So I just forgot to close that one. So just forgot to close it is all. All right, we'll throw that there. So that's all smoothed out. Want to make sure we put that in the home zone now. Slight lag. Get to that devil strand in. Also have an unsanctioned no war crimes good morale playthrough. Morals? I do, yeah. It's called the Good Guy Run. So if you go on YouTube and you type in RimWorld Good Guy or something like that, you'll see my run of that. Or you can go to my website and find the playthrough on there and go straight to it. Or whatever. But yeah, I do have one of those, yeah. This one we're mostly noble dwarves. We're not doing any like cannibalizing. We're not doing any sacrificing, nothing like that. But yeah, I did a Good Guy Run where we had to do everything as supremely good as we could. Charity was required, etc. That is up on YouTube, yeah. Pretty short run though. Into the map, and do they stick to that target? Yes and no. So I have a guide on pathing, John. If you go to Explanation Pathing, it answers a bunch of that. But to elaborate slightly on your exact question, when a raid spawns, if they do not prepare for a while, their target is chosen as soon as they spawn in. That's why it's important to have a passable pawn or zonable animal when the raid spawns in. Do they stick to that target? They will stick to that target until they destroy it, unless they are damaged or like shot at. So basically what that means is if you don't have a passable target and a normal raid spawns and they decide to attack a single piece of wall somewhere, they will continue attacking it even if you open another door, even if you have a path become available. They will continue to break that wall down until it is destroyed or until they get damaged, pretty much.
Welcome back.
You always thought they go to the bedrooms? No, only sappers and breachers are programmed to attack towards the bedroom, so no. Again, I have a guide, Exclamation Pathing. Is this a warm-up for Dwarf Fortress? Well, seeing as this run was invented before the release date of Dwarf Fortress was announced, I'm gonna say no, but also, I mean, yes, but no, it wasn't made because of Dwarf Fortress, no. Friends told you November 9th for what? Go vote today. Voting was yesterday. Yeah, I voted yesterday. Yeah. Do I like Dwarf Fortress or RimWorld more? Well, I'm gonna go with RimWorld, seeing as I've never played Dwarf Fortress, and RimWorld is my job. So yeah, I haven't played Dwarf Fortress before. Rabbit, thank you for the 9 months. Rabbit, thank you. Very much appreciated. So I'm gonna go with the one I've actually played. Tox generator to pump ratio. It's in the Discord. I don't remember it offhand though. High life is, look at this nonsense. Our vat-grown dwarves are just being amazing. What? High life ideology is worth using if you're already going to do drugs. Yeah, it's a good one. This is a completely vat-grown child. Great memory, trigger happy. Zoom out so you can see the whole base. There's the whole base. It was 2 atomizers, 5 pumps, 10 generators. And if you have one more pump, it resolves the edge case of overflow. Yeah, it's crazy luck. Your first vat was Pyro. Duck Dastardly. Good name. Duck, thank you for the 20 bits. Noble's in danger. Sucks for them. We're always in danger. You don't see me calling the Empire. Don't see me calling the Empire. Array attacking immediately. It's... Man, I really hate these toxic raids. So far, they've been the worst type for us. Let's see how big raids are now. Ooh. 80. We're almost at raid cap. We are like very close. How different is the new update? Do you mean Biotech or do you mean 1.4? Biotech is incredibly different. Biotech feels like 2.5 DLCs in one. There is a lot different. Okay. They have low shields. Oh man, these friggin' toxic packs. Where's that Doomsday? There's 2 Doomsdays. Well, I was gonna do some work with that beer bottle. We gotta fix that. Rum, get up here in case that fire spreads to the door. This is so annoying. Oh god, there is a low shield. Christ, grab that. I can actually lose us the run. All right, get out of there. Get out of there. Luckily, the Doomsdays are in the back. Like, if that Lucio goes up and we're not able to get it broken and it protects the Doomsday guy, everyone in that circle just dies, and then it opens up. Torwin's in the mess. Okay. Rescue Torwin. What happened to you, Torwin? Oh, Christ. It's the toxic buildup. Not sure what to do about that against those guys. We might end up having to use the other tunnel for that kind of stuff. Okay. He's probably gonna get cancer. Wonder how many people got that high. That's not good at all. Not good at all. Okay. All right. Let's save the vat child here. Man, oh man. It might be worth for... It's just so scary. If we have our frontliners have the masks instead of helmets. Well, yeah. I was gonna go up. We could actually have the new face mask and the simple helmets, but like when we go up to Marine and stuff like that. Just eating my simple meal in an oven. That's right. Right arm and right leg destroyed on Torgman during that. Make a new arm. Make a leg. It'd be nice kind of had a built-in gas mask, yeah. Marine does not have any protection against gas, no. Nope. Anything like that would be a mod. Unless they've changed it in the last couple days, I can check. Things are changing all the time, but... Marine helmets. Nope. Does nothing for it. So, well, it's right at 200,000 yet. What's the best way to get advanced components? Make your own. If you haven't gotten to the point where you can make your own, then you're going to mainly be trading for them. Worried about that. Let's go, Nyla. Aram, welcome in. So I guess I'll just start making some of these, even if for now they just go on with the simple helmets. At least we get something. I think it's 50%, so. Do until we have X. X is 1.
Welcome back. Your
51 or better.
loyalty is greatly
Normal or better. And then let's go in. It's getting fed. Okay. Look at all these people with serious build-up. So annoying. Vat Dwarf has become an adult. All right, let's see what that one gets. Chemical interest, that doesn't matter. This is the one that rolled the worst on the full stuff. Yeah, we could actually start going into the toxifier kidney or lung. Toxifier lung. Should probably just start replacing our whole front line with those as well. So make toxifier lung. How much does it take? 4 advanced components. 2 until we have X. X is 2. Let's go with 3. So that's one of our scariest things right now, actually. Why are there so many people inside the incubator? Because we're raising a vat army. A vat army. Savage, thank you for the 3 months. Thank you, Savage. Jack, thank you for the 3 months as well. Thank you, Jack. You'll make a guide on xenogene editing eventually, but the thing is right now things are changing so quickly all the time. I've already started getting comments on my first biotech run where it's like, you're wrong about that, and that's how it was at the time. So an example to that is in the beginning the Fabricore bot couldn't cook, but now it can. And I got a comment that was like, you're wrong about the Fabricore. The Fabricore is actually a really good cook. You shouldn't tell people that it can only craft. I'm like, this was recorded before that change. I'm sorry. I didn't know the future. I got another one too that was like, no, you don't need the second core to get the cleaning bot. They require just the basic subcore. It's like, they do now, but not when that was recorded. But anyway, so the point behind that is a lot of the things that are biotech specifically are changing so quickly that I am
magnanimous dispensation.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting. What was this I just heard? Lurker number 679. $50 donation. Thank you, Lurker. A round of beer for all, or rather maybe some cleaning juices for the detox. Thank you, Lurker number 679. Very much appreciated. Very generous. Yep, no problem. Toxifier lungs, kidney stack. I don't know. Yeah, I'll check them both. Yeah, that's a good question. You did 2 kidneys. How does the vat work? The vat just makes them grow faster, but if they're in there, they don't get growth tiers. So we already raised a bunch of children with growth tiers, and they turned out incredible. You see this 14-year-old god pawn, but now we're just raising like a vat army. We're just leaving them in there, and they only get 1 choice for their trait. In a year. No, I won't wait that long. Child grows in a vat till adulthood. He doesn't get any skill, passions, and traits. They get traits, but it's just 1 random trait for each tier. They can be good or bad. You don't get to really choose. They just get 1. And yeah, you don't get the passions. Yeah. Carry 1 yayo around with him like medical supplies. There is. So if you want to set up a drug rule, you go into assign. You can go to manage drug policies. I'm going to select the Dwarf policy. Keep an inventory. All of our dwarves right now are holding 2 beer. So you can set this up with any of the drugs. They can hold up to 15 in their inventory at once this way. Name of the game update was yesterday. Yeah, that's how it usually is. Yeah, there's a few weeks where everything is just like update, 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 and then it dies down. And that's kind of what I've been waiting on before I... A good example is right when this came out, Smurf got a bunch of information about raising children in the game and exactly how it worked and how to kind of dictate always getting the max growth tiers with the least amount of effort. And it was changed almost immediately. He made a guide. He wrote up like a script. He recorded some stuff. And then there was a patch the next day that like changed it. So at the moment, yeah, it's just not worth making content specifically for that stuff. Okay, we got the bionic arm. It was Torgman. We're gonna wait on that. You can sell Hemogen packs, but they're only like 5 silver each, so it's not super worth for money.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sub.
Not super worth. No, the watch hours only update every 24 to 48 hours, so I have no idea on the second channel if we've hit that yet or not. As of going live the stream, it wasn't updated from yesterday. So yeah, I don't know. All right, let's take a look at the detoxifier lung here. Plus 60% environmental resistance, okay. And then what is the kidney one? Kidney only takes 2, hang on. Kidney's 50%. So I could actually do 2 kidneys for the same amount of advanced components and get 100% resistance rather than just the 60% from the lung. So let's cancel the lung. Make detoxifier kidney. Oh, was it? Oh, I didn't even thought about reading that. Let's see. How well the creature resists toxic buildup. Yeah, that's the one we want. And then lung. Environment. Okay. Protects against the toxic gas, rot stink, toxic fallout, and polluted terrain, but not against direct attacks with venom or injected poison. This value is higher. Exposure to pollution produces. Okay. So in the long run, we'd want both. We'd want both. I think I'm going to start with kidneys, though. Lung seems better for what we need. How well the creature resists toxic buildup. So toxic buildup is building up really fast in us right now, especially on our frontliners, and it's getting to the high amounts really quickly. I don't care if it's like a minor. As long as it stays at minor or below, it seems like that will help towards that. It feels like both in the long run, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. How resistant the creature is to the effects of environmental toxin. Toxic gas, rot stink, toxic fallout, polluted terrain, but not against direct attacks. So is this more like it protects from it initially happening, and the other one is that it doesn't impact them as much and it heals faster? Gas causes buildup. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Are all the colonists grown in a vat? No, most of them are not. All the ones with vat on their name are the only ones that have been fully grown in vats. You have 2 on yours. They're fully... Okay, and you did the 2 kidneys. So it's what I'm thinking then, yeah? So kidneys does seem like it should be first. Okay. All right. And we'll get lungs after that, yeah. Go on kidney, 1 with lungs. Look at the difference. We could do that. Sounds... And I can make more of the kidneys, right? So I can help more of the colony faster by just getting kidneys spread through. Wish you're a vat baby in real life. I think I'm actually gonna get rid of these doors. They can cause some problems that I don't want to deal with the heat, so. All that double strand rotting. I gotta get more shells down. More shells. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Alright, let's suspend that. Alright. Yeah, I guess I'll just do 2 limestone, that's fine. I've been into RimWorld, and yesterday while at work, he sent you a link to one of my videos. You were the one that got you into the game years ago. That is awesome, Nix. Thank you for letting me know that. That's pretty cool. Do you know what video it was? Just out of curiosity. That's so surreal to me, but I really appreciate you letting me know. Yeah, going for separate bedrooms this run, just to play differently, just for the fun of it, just for the theme of the dwarves. You think they might rework the kidney right now? Or make it different than the way it is right now, I guess I should say. The scheduling guide, that's pretty cool, yeah. Thank you for letting me know. It's some very surreal stuff going on right now. I mean, it feels like very bizarre, well, surreal. Someone asked me on YouTube, or excuse me, on Discord yesterday. They said, "Adam, how many watched hours does your main channel get every day?" I was like, I actually don't know. I haven't really looked at that stat. And I went and looked, and on the release day of Biotech, over 40,000 hours of RimWorld content was watched on my YouTube channel. That's 4.5 years of 24-hour days of RimWorld content of mine in a single day. It's just so absolutely insane to me. So many hours. That's insane. And right now I'm averaging like 22,000 hours a day. 22,000 hours a day. So every single day on my main YouTube channel, people are watching over 2 years of RimWorld. Pump those numbers up. That's really nuts. Well, thank you. I'm glad you think so, GM. It's really absurd. Yeah, it's just like I can't believe it. I will probably never believe it. Nah, that's not right. Those aren't real numbers. Streaming, you're doing your own thing. Yeah, thank you. I'm going to continue those. So for anyone that didn't see, the channel is going to be changing a bit. The YouTube channel, there's going to be 2 channels now. I'm going to have edited content, but I'm also going to keep the long form content, so you don't have to worry about losing out on that. All right, we're going to get the right leg. Stop bionic leg. No doctor. What? That's kind of weird. I don't think I've ever seen that message. And now it's not there anymore. YouTube has way too many ads to enjoy videos now. My videos on YouTube have 1 ad every 20 minutes. 1 skippable ad every 20 minutes. So I don't know how that's too many, but... And if you are getting more ads than that on a channel, it's because the creator is doing it. On YouTube, I am able to put or tell it how I want the ads on the video. There's never a message. I'm insane. War crimes are strangely relaxing. Wonder if we're gonna get hit with a second Cassandra hit or not. It'd be kind of cool if there was like a popper, but for like toxic stuff, you know, like toxic gas that like neutralizes it. That'd be pretty nice. Pretty nice. All right, looks like we are getting ahead on mushrooms again. Drills are not anything super close by that we want. We'll work on getting more scanners going at some point. For now, we have 3. We're also finishing off. I don't think we're going to launch the ship, though. I think we're going to go for the royalty win. But I kind of want to finish the ship research just in case. Like, if this is getting, like, really long and we're just kind of going through the motions and just collecting gold just to have the royalty ending instead, and it's taking, like, days and days and days or something, it'd be nice to just have the ship there to build if we want. Hi, Stellark! Collection of valuables. Wow. I don't need any of that. All right, let's go to assign. Manage outfits. We're gonna go into the melee first here, and we're gonna let face mask be turned on. We'll go from there. YouTube Premium. YouTube Premium is pretty awesome. I have some people ask me about it sometimes and how it works. So YouTube Premium, not only do you not see ads, but I still get paid as if you did. So some of the money that is spent on YouTube Premium goes to the creators, divided up, the ones that you watch. But not only that, if you download a video with YouTube Premium, it instantly counts as 100% watch time. And watch time and watch percentage is very good for the algorithm. So that's one reason why the channel does so well, even with long content, is because people do watch all of it, and YouTube's like, holy crap, people were actually watching an entire 6-hour video. To have people watch an entire 6-hour video, it must be amazing. Let's push it to some other people. But yeah, it's really awesome for the creator and for the person that has it. Yeah. Imagine all the science it could have done, Strong Wizard. Never being ads over 3 minutes makes using YouTube at work more difficult. Yeah, that's true. The skippable ones sometimes try to get those in there, and if you're not like available to just skip them right away, it'll just play them. I remember a long time ago, I don't know if it's still like this, but a long time ago, I had a YouTube ad that was like an entire like infomercial. And I like YouTube was playing, I wasn't in here or something like that, and I come back and the ad was like 7 minutes in to a 28-minute ad, and I'm like, what? Let's go on Merrick. This is a themed run. We miss out on the lore. All right, there's the first kidney. We're gonna get those in our melee blockers first. So we're gonna go ahead and install a detoxifier kidney. Is that our best hospital bed? It is, okay. You've seen those 30-minute ads? It's so weird. So they do still exist. Let's give a little 6-hour plus. What, Sarah? Yeah, it's crazy. It's a theme how many bedrooms I can be forced to make? No. No. There are some full movie ads and 6-hour weird ads. That's crazy. I wonder if it must work out for the advertisers or they wouldn't do that. So I could go on there and put like my entire RimWorld guides as an ad. That seems like a pretty crappy thing to do in general though. Like if I went on there and I put my entire like a guide as an ad, then it could appear as an ad on other people's RimWorld videos. Why is there an opening at the top for things to exit the map? Hour long or so. A day in a Chinese village. There was no talking, just filming for an hour, and someone paid for that to be an ad. 2-hour unskippable. Yeah, that's bizarre. 540 beers. those beggars earlier that came, they're like, please, sir, we're dying. All we need is 58 beers. And we were like, sorry, we don't have any. We can't spare a beer. You don't have 1 beer to spare, sir. We have no beer to spare. We're almost out. We'll die without it. They're like looking over our shoulder. Is that a warehouse full of beer? No. We live under a mountain. We don't have plumbing. That's where we keep our urine. Now be gone, scum. Anyway, we have a lot of beer. YouTube take over the ads now. Let's go on Waffle. Thank you for being here. Place annoy chat was a thing that keeps getting to you. Is the north exit isn't totally opened? Why, I don't know what you could possibly mean. Floor baby has become a child. All right, floor baby we're actually gonna raise normally. Floor baby is not meant to grow up in a vat. All right, floor baby. Floor baby, do 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 do. You guys remember that? Some of you probably do. Muppet babies. The voice of an angel. Muppet babies. Don't need a freezer because the shrooms last. Shrooms actually only last 30 days, so they're more dangerous to not have a cooler for than rice or corn. Corn's 60 days, rice is 40 days. So we do have a little cooler for some excess mushrooms down here. The crazy mother, yeah. The fact that they specify amount is odd. At least they changed it in 1.4. So for anyone that didn't know, in 1.4 it did get changed so that beggars now cap out at 700 wealth of, so they will not ask for more than 700 wealth worth of stuff. And oh, we actually get to keep the kidneys. Look at that. Nice. But before 1.4, they could ask, there was no limit. We would have a run and the beggars would show up and be like, please, sir, we're just poor beggars. We're out here starving to death. We don't have a penny to our name. If we could just borrow, oh, I don't know, $22,000. What? Yes, just 22,000. Just 22,000 silver and we'll be on our way. That's my entire colony's life savings. We can give you like 1,500. Will that be enough? No. Next. I thought beggars couldn't be choosers. But yeah, luckily it's no longer quite like that. Please, sir, could you just spare all of your medicine? We just, our little boy Timmy here, you see him, he's a little sick. If we could just get, oh, I don't know, 220 Glitter World medicine from you, I just know he'd pull through. Oh, I forgot to delete that. Oh, no. Oh, no. Please don't kill him. Ooh. 549 herbal medicine, yeah. So before the patch, they would have asked for all of our beer. Sir, we're very thirsty. Could you spare 550 beers? 550? Yeah, that's all. There's 7 of you. Why do you need 550 beer? There's a party at the next tile over. Anyway, that's changed, thankfully. I didn't realize our randomly generated fair name was the Stoned Fair. 12 marine armors. Yeah, that would be nice if we could give them less and tell them to get lost. You have 4 kids come asking for your life saving. But you're not invited. Let's go, Onion. Dever, Duo, Crazy Trickster. Welcome in. All right. What is the beauty here? Oh, it's actually very impressive. Oh, that's supposed to be open. That could have been a problem. Okay. All right. So I want to test this out, but I need to get these lungs first. So it's kind of putting us on hold here, but be worth it in the long run. Installed toxic kidney, right kidney. Okay. There were a separate option where you could instead offer to perform the life-saving procedure or to rescue the enslaved colonists or something. Yeah. We're dying. We need all of your medicine. Well, we have a great hospital. It's a sterile environment. We have a legendary hospital bed. We have a world-class surgeon. He can save your boy there, and we'll do it for free. No. We'll just take the 220 Glitter World medicine, and we'll have Red here. Red, the tribal with a 1 medical skill. We'll have him tend to the boy. You stay away. It's like, yeah, all right. I'll stay away. That Dwarf became an adult. This is so ridiculous. Look at this. This is a completely vat-grown child from birth. Tough, nimble, quick sleeper. Oh my god. What is this luck? This luck. Hey, has anyone won that like $2 billion Powerball yet? I need to go buy a ticket later. Holy crap. Streamer luck. We do have one that turned out badly, but someone won that. That is insane. It's insane. Someone in Los Angeles won it. Imagine someone winning it, like someone famous. You know, imagine like, I don't know, like Brad Pitt wins it or something. Leonardo DiCaprio. He's like, oh yeah, I just thought it'd be silly. I went and bought a ticket. What do you know? First one. Jeff Bezos wins it. Jeff Bezos wins it, but not even just him. He was in a pot for it. Him and like, you know, 20 other billionaires got together and they bought just like 30 tickets or something. $1 billion. One person in Florida went 2 million. Crazy. Crazy. They all split it. They just all split one ticket. They all split the one. All right. So, yeah, we're just waiting on getting all these lungs installed. I think we got our main meleeers, but these ones are also in the front a lot, so we're going to go ahead and do this. A little risky here because this is our best doctor, but he'd probably lose money in the time it took him to fill out the paperwork. You're probably right. 30,000 tickets. Let's go ahead and Zed, welcome in. We have a rhino performing surgery. Turned out better than you would expect. Excuse me. Masterwork flak vest. So these face masks will help a little bit as well. Look at that. The children can even wear the adult size face mask. Excellent, excellent. We got 2 vats there. We could put more vat dwarves in. But we're raising these vat dwarves all the way till 18. Wait, what are you doing? Oh, this vat dwarf is 18. Welcome to the colony, vat dwarf. Vat dwarf. Let's give vat dwarf a name. Hopefully the API is working today. If not, I'll just reload it really quick and see if that helps. It does not appear to be, so I'm going to reload it just really quick. Yep. All right. All right. Does wimp cheesing work with Cassandra? Is that a Randy only thing? It works with every storyteller, yep. Adaption factor is not tied to a storyteller. You can change the adaption factor if you want in your custom settings, no matter your storyteller, but by default, no, it doesn't. We're not taking advantage of it this time, though. All right, reconnect to that API. Let's see if it worked. Vat Dwarf. Hey, I'm wearing a Vat Dwarf shirt today. I mean a Batman shirt. All right, let's see if it worked. Hey, it worked. White Death. White Death. Are you talking about for traders or for enemies on the orbital beacon? And I'll answer that. White Death. All right, White Death. Fast learner, masochist, and nervous. Let's give you one of these excellent shotguns here. White Death. I don't know what I want to have him do. He's a fast learner, so I mean, we can actually have him learn to do things, you know? So even though he's not great at things right now, he could get better at it. So let's put him on growing and plant cutting. Hauling and cleaning. He doesn't have that to do. He can jump on a scanner. Do the children get passions or skills? They do if you raise them outside of a vat. So let me show you one of the children that we raised. Here's one of the children. Look at this. Guys, if you treat the children well, at least from age 3 to 13, like 0 to 3, do whatever you want. 13 to 18, doesn't matter. But if you treat them really well, age 3 to 13, you can make god puns, like just churn them out. Look at this child, this dwarven child. Fast learner, great memory, quick sleeper, 8 passions. Insane, insane. We have lots of these. So yes, if you treat children well from 3 to 13, God children are in your future. God pawn children. Trainers and rewards are landing in your heatsink vent, and it's fairly annoying. So it seems like they try to drop in proximity of either the beacon or the for traders, the beacon or the comms console. But what you can do is put something in the heatsink spot where they can't, it makes so they can't land something there. Put like one piece of fence, one barricade, one sandbag, a column, a door. If you put any of that stuff in there, heat will still be able to vent, but you won't be able to, they won't be able to land the trade goods in there. Terrible at animals, sacrifice them. How many RIM years from newborn to 18? If you don't use a VAT, then by default, a child will grow 1 year every quadrum. So every 15 days, a child will grow 1 year by default, but you can increase it even further. Again, that's outside of a VAT. VATs speed that up. All right, so we're working on getting some more of those kidneys done. I actually would like to put in another fabrication bench, which means moving all this. Moving a lot of it, unfortunately. Moving on out, moving on out. That's not how the song goes. Moving on out. To which side? Which side are we moving? Does accelerated growing stop at 13 or 18? With these, you can keep going until 18. So for the ones out of it, I'm not sure. I think it actually stops at 13 because they're considered an adult at that stage, even though their body size doesn't cap out until 18. For pawns, is it better to have a lot of minor passions or a few major passions? It depends on the pawn. So you might be asking that because of this. The reason why this is so good on him is he's fast learner and he's great memory. So with fast learner, all these passions are actually more than just a normal passion, right? So he can get very good at all these right away. And yeah, it's so again, it depends. But if you're having like a normal pawn, they don't have fast learner, great memory, etc. Burning passion can be really good, especially for a specialized pawn. So for me, I usually like burning passion, but for this guy specifically, because he has fast learner and then great memory on top of that, I chose just normal passion instead of the burning passions. Yeah, that's a crazy pawn. Do they still melee block standing next to the door if that door is framed by shells? No, which is why I'm not putting it there. You can't... So you can't draft stand on a shelf. So you notice I'm kind of leaving that gap everywhere. So... No, you can't do it that way. Schedule biosculptor pleasure cycle for colonists? Not that I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. There might be a mod if there isn't. The Master Tooth by drafting on drafting. Really, they fixed that? It was working previously. How can you get the DLC of the Humble bundle? So if you go to Humble, Humble, or just go to Biotech. So games, how it works, go to Biotech. It'll take you to the Humble page for Biotech. If you buy it, it's going to give you a Steam key for Biotech. What you do then is you go to Steam and you hit redeem game on Steam or whatever. There's a button in the bottom left. There's one in the top left as well. But I use the bottom left one. And you just paste your key in there and that's it. You have it on Steam. It is a Steam key. Kill Fascination doesn't matter. Okay, we'll get that bionic arm on Torgwin now too. Yeah, thank you for getting it on there. It does help me out. Helps out charity as well. That will support me in the end. Yeah. Buying anything through my Humble link, !Humble, even if it is a Steam key, helps me out, helps charity out. Yeah, I really like. And I used Humble forever before I was even partnered with them. Big fan of Humble Bundle. Open that up a little bit so that we have a couple more spots to melee block, or I mean to shoot the enemies there. You can adjust it on bundles. You can adjust it, yeah. On individual games, usually not. See our videos. Those will still be there too, but I'm glad. I'm hoping to get both of Best Worlds. Yeah. It is crazy though. Like, I got so many comments already on that update video that say no one watches your long form content. And then like there's so many more. There's like 10 times more comments saying, "Oh no, I'm so glad you're keeping the long form content because that's the kind I enjoy." But there's some people who just cannot understand that other people like it differently. It's like what? Yeah, it's just a weird thing. Like the entire channel was built around long form content, and I have 20,000 hours of content watched daily on that channel from the long form content, and someone comes in and posts, no one watches your long form content anyway. It's like, all right. Well, my dashboard says otherwise, but anyway, I'm still having both is my point. I'm gonna have both. So crazy people. Holy crap. We're gonna buy all their golds. I think I'm gonna grab an animal pulsar. Gold and animal pulsars. Okay. Seems good. And then we will trade them beer for that. Beer. There we go. Here we're watching long content. I know it's such a weird thing for them to say, but some people just cannot understand that other people like different things. It's so weird. It's so weird. These brain cells trying to read. I know, it's crazy. Long form content is great while you're working. Thank you. Thank you for watching that. Yeah, and that will continue. So there's no worries about that stopping. So I got the pulsar so that next time we have one of those explosive breachers, we can just summon some animals and hopefully that will eat up the doomsdays. Good background watching. Yeah, that's so I'm going to make sure that's still available. I know, it's so crazy, Potato. It really is so crazy. It's working again now. Oh, the nutrient paste thing. Okay, that's good to know. I'm not using this run anyway, but it's good to know that it's working. Good to know. We can actually sell our extra kidneys too. All right, so we're going to go ahead and copy the component making over here and the advanced components over there. Hamsters, you can start working on that stuff. That'll help us out. Please never stop making RimWorld videos, so no plans to at the moment. Complaining about others when they clearly are projecting. I think everyone else is like them. It's very odd, yeah. It's very odd. Let's go on 0 point. Thank you for being here. It's a very odd thing. Man, that beer production helping us out tremendously. Tremendously. Yeah, I definitely need to get into the Marcunus. Oh, Marcunus. I kind of forgot you were one of the children that we were raising. Oh, I remember. So he didn't get capped out because we brought him out of the vat after he ended up rolling tough. We were like, oh, let's actually raise him. So look at that. Tough, hard worker, or sanguine. I'm going to take sanguine on this one. And let's go with construction. And we'll go with construction binding on this one. Congrats, Marcunus. Hours you got left on the crazy schedule? I am a quarter of the way done. We passed 52 hours in the last stream. Do I have guides on burning useless stuff? You mean like specifically in the crematorium? No, I have a guide on how to deal with tainted clothing, so it kind of carries over a little bit, but in general, no, I don't have one specifically on. Interestingly, we were just talking about that on Discord, so it is on the horizon, but. Everyone does for work. Feel like your job as a healthcare analyst is pretty unique. Those on 4s as well. God of Nox. Are they Ruby in here? So it looks like Cassandra probably is only hitting us once. Looks like probably just that one hit. Let's go in Deadly Pause. Welcome in. I guess I could fix this so it doesn't get burned by the raiders. So we'll start by mining this section out. Then we'll go in and we'll smooth this. I guess I can just smooth this side. That's actually good enough. Risk analyst in a bank. Calls and emails. I don't miss calls and emails. I mean, I still do them, but not like for work. Does the proximity to other bases increase or decrease trade caravans? It does not. It does not. You can even have your base on an island. You'll still get the same number of traders per month or per year. What's the best drug to make for money? That usually depends as well. I know probably people are sick of the answer, so it depends on which part of the game you're in. I usually like using Psychite Tea, but that's because I'm also using it. So Psychite Tea, I feel, is a really good drug with like basically no downside. It's light. It only takes a level 2 cook to make. You don't need a drug table. You don't need anything else, just the Psychite. And you can have your entire colony take it on a schedule, and it doesn't hit their consciousness, which is a really big deal. So for me, I almost always end up using Psychite Tea. But of course, the processed drugs are going to get you more like bang for your buck. They're just going to take longer work time. So looking at things like Yayo and stuff like that. He's pronouncing it wrong. That's how the song pronounces it. I know it's pronounced Yayo in movies and in real life, but that's how the song pronounces it. What's the best catch-all answer for RimWorld questions? I believe that would be it depends. It depends. How often is a safe schedule? So they have added this to the game now. So for anyone that doesn't know, you can click on any drug. You can click information. And whoops, let me click on the drug. You can click on information, and now there is a random interval. So inside the game now, it will tell you. So for instance, beer. You can have an adult who is 18 plus have 1 beer a day, and they won't become addicted or anything like that. So tea is 2 days, 1 every 2 days for adults, and it'll tell you in here for different. So if you're wondering, hey, how often can I give my baby beer? Well, it's in the first 2 years of life, you can give your baby beer every 5 days, and they won't get addicted to it. But you give that baby a beer every 4 days, he's going to get addicted. Where do I put my batteries right now? I usually don't use batteries, but since I'm in the mountain with the hydroponics, I do. So right now they're in here. Kind of dangerous. If bugs ever spawn in here, we're going to have a bad time. But I have my batteries in here on a switch. Switch has just always been on, so it's not really needed, but yeah, thank you for grabbing that, Twinny. Yeah, if I miss any questions, my apologies. Not intentional. Feel free to repost them. You did it and they overdosed. Yeah, so now you can click on any of the drug in the game and it'll show you the safe interval. But some drugs have no safe interval, so gotta be a little careful with that. A little careful with that. All right, so yeah, Cassandra only hit us once in that cooldown. Let's get this moved over like I was just talking about. We'll just run it right through here. Okay, we'll put a wall there. And there. And we'll run the happy little cable right over that way. My 2-year-old prefers a nice stout. Sounds like a dwarven 2-year-old to me. Alright, and then we can delete that, especially where the enemies are coming through. Once they're done building, so that that isn't a target to get lit on fire. I'm actually thinking about doing the fire moat again. Just because it screws the enemies a bit. But we'll see. It did have its own problems too. So that's coming down there. Okay, we'll do that as well. All right, that should help. Using audio only on Twitch app count the same? I don't know anymore. Yeah, they've changed a bunch of that stuff, so honestly, I'm not sure. But you know what? I appreciate you trying to help out and stuff like that. If it's not like I don't want to inconvenience anyone, so however you like the stream, however you enjoy it. So if you are like listening only or something like that, don't worry too much if it counts as a view or what. Views help, of course, but if that's how you like it, just, you know, I'd rather you don't feel like you have to go out of your way to make sure it's counting or something, I guess I should say. What run did I use the fire mode in? I used the fire mode a lot in the Winston Waves run. So in the Winston Waves run, I had a long tunnel into the base and I just filled it with mushrooms and I had a fire break every so often. So when we had like big humanoid breach raids, especially the Winston Waves where they were like 25,000 raid points, I would just go in there and I would just light it. And the enemies, it wasn't like a burn box in the sense where, you know, they would overheat, but the enemies would just walk through the moat of fire and just catch on fire and get hurt and stuff. It worked pretty well. Quality of craft depending on what you're making. Either make a masterwork shirt. Quality of craft does matter. Yeah. The complexity of the item, unless this has changed, but for instance with guns, yeah. But if it's changed ever, just let me know. But yeah, it does seem to affect it. Won't the enemy use the cover of that long tunnel next to the barrier as cover? I don't know what tunnel you're talking about. This is for mechs. Mechs don't take cover. It's mod wife. I mean, we can always plug that, but it is for mechs, so we don't have to really worry about that. Does it matter that the bedrooms have no light? It does not matter. Mood doesn't go up or down while they're resting, so in the darkness mood buff or debuff does not matter when they're sleeping. The only time that light matters in the bedroom in RimWorld is if the... Wait a minute, I thought we were putting you back in the vat.
Welcome.
No, we took you out.
Your
Okay.
steadfast loyalty is
The only time it matters in RimWorld is if you're tending to them there. If they are getting tended there, if something's wrong with them, that really matters, but otherwise it doesn't, because light mood impact doesn't matter when they're asleep. So light in the bedroom in that sense is just wasting resources, power, but also bedroom space. Oof, thank you for the 10 months. Thank you, Oof. And Tuck, thank you for the 3 months. Thank you, Tuck. Nix, thank you for the subscription also. Thank you, Nix, Tuck, and Oof. But yeah, mood freezes. So if you go in here, it just doesn't matter. You see how their mood doesn't move at all. Any black part? Oh yes, oh yes. The Band in Black part. It's a crazy run. Thank you for watching that, Phoenix. So right now we're basically just waiting on the lung, or the kidneys to get done. We're gonna need yeah, we're out of plasteel. That's what's going on. So hopefully we get some plasteel scans near the base. Otherwise, we're gonna maybe have to go long scanning. There was a little plasteel there that we dug out, but that's long gone. So I guess we can go back to working on our miniguns while we're waiting on that. Quest. How do I typically manage multiple colonies? I don't do multiple colonies as much anymore. What? Refugees? This must still be broken. So when the game first came out, it was only accounting for your children when it comes to quests like this. So like the, can I borrow X number of workers? Can I borrow whatever, soldiers? That kind of stuff was counting your children population only or something weird. So refugees at this stage of the game is very odd. I don't even know what I don't even know what I would do with them. Anyway, I don't really do multiple colonies as much anymore because it's gotten kind of nerfed, so to say. So the secondary colony now doesn't have its own population intent, so you don't get more join events over there. It doesn't get all the easy quests over there anymore. It still is good for like hedging your bets and having just like a place that's going to survive your main colony falls. But yeah, typically I just would keep the second colony pretty small so that they can pretty much take care of any just couple man raid on their own, and then I don't worry about it and have them just do their thing until I need them. Yeah, that one's specifically for like mech breach. Yeah. Mal, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Thank you, Mal. Just trying to think, what would I do with these? Use them to mine? I could use them to strip mine stuff. Like even out here, I can have them strip mine. I can actually have them go get crap outside here that we will never otherwise be able to get. Finally bring those mortars in. Man, I wish that was plasteel. That's the only thing I can think of. They're going to have lots of breakdowns, but I have plenty of cleaning and hauling going on already. But yeah, I think I might just have them clear off some of the map. It's probably our best bet.
Welcome back.
All right, we'll accept it.
Your steadfast loyalty is greatly appreciated.
Pros, thank you for the 4 months. Thank you, Pros. Also much appreciated. Drop your weapons. You want to be members of this colony? Drop your weapons. Actually, leave them unrestricted. New P music? It's been out for several months, yeah. Couple months. Potato, thank you for the 5 subs. Thank you. Fried potato. Name still always makes me hungry, Potato. That will never change. Thank you, Potato. Much appreciated. Much love to that potato. Child care. Don't we take care of our children? Those are Dwarven children. Dwarven children. There's a lot of people from this refugee group that are good at crafting. Hey, look, some good miners too. Excellent, excellent. But keep your hands off our children. Those are to grow up dwarven children. And you're crap. Don't need you converting them. I mean, they probably wouldn't passively convert them anyway, but just in case.
Our modest fellowship expands.
Yeah, these guys are going to be breaking down a whole bunch. A whole bunch. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Only a couple more to go. Just a couple more. Mining. Excellent. Excellent. Look at you. Mine to your heart's content, my friend. All right, I did that on purpose. Whoops. Ah, well. Ah, well. Hey, it's you. Are you cold? You look shivery. Alright, good enough. And let's go set a lot of stuff. You can do exclamation run. Tired? Do I have any batteries in my base? I do, yep. Right down here. I have a dwarf in my base as well. I mean, a goat. By a bison while exploring. Can you prevent a child from going too far? Yes and no. So children will abide by the zone rules most of the time. But it seems like if the nature running activity is like on the edge of your zone, sometimes they run out of it a bit. So nature running will mean they run out between the trees sometimes for a little while. But in general, they are pretty good about just, you know, abiding by zone rules, it seems. So, all right. That pig doesn't make noise. Let's set some stuff up for these visitors. Start with all this steel. It's gonna be cold the rest of the week. There's a lot of steel down here. Yeah, that's another thing too. Yeah, if you have your people set to be able to go out somewhere, they'll occasionally follow them while they're learning. Yeah, so you want to probably make sure that your people are zoned to where you don't mind learning kids following them too. Can you feed visitors, like traders and stuff like that? No. Refugees, yes, but if you mean visitors like the ones that just walk through your map, no, not really. Not really. We're almost done with all of our research. Torgman.
Fellowship expands. Praise the sun.
Torgman, a social fight. Directly insulted a Vigdor's facial hair. Whoa, that is a very brutal Dwarven insult. 2 pints. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. Thank you, Pints. And Sergeant Strings. Thank you for the Twitch Prime also. Thank you, Sergeant Strings, and for 2 pints for the Twitch Primes. Thank you, 2 pints. Thank you for watching on YouTube. They will eat at your tables. Yeah, they'll eat their own meals at your tables. Yep. Refugee event happens, instantly think, time to fill the fridge. I know. That insult's going in the book. In the book. Oh, plasteel. Oh my god, that's way too far away. That's unfortunate. We actually, plasteel is kind of our struggle point at the moment, you know? So I was pretty happy to get that scan. How do you get so many characters to join your colony? Well, I bred them. So I did it by mass proliferating. It depends. So if you have ideology, you can set all 6 of your join rituals to, or all 6 of your rituals to joins. So when you're making your ideology, you can literally set all 6 of them to be used anytime and to have a 50% chance to have someone join. It depends. So if you do that every 15 days or whatever it is now. Anyway, every time your rituals are up, you can do 6 of them, and you have a 50% chance of each of those being a join event. But in this game, we didn't do that. In this one, all of our colonists, aside from the first 5, and maybe like 2 baseliners, are Dwarven babies. Or at least were Dwarven babies before they grew up. Hamsters! Thank you for the 10 gift subs, Hamsters. 240! Hamsters, I gotta check something. It's been getting crazy. It's been getting crazy. Let me check something here. Just talking to Mod Wife about this last night. Oh my god, guys. These numbers are absurd. And I know they're going to start falling off real hard soon when all those gift subs from like 3 or 4 weeks ago fall off. But right now we're at 3,776 subscribers. That is just nuts. That's just nuts. 3,776. Thank you, hamsters. Have any colonists died during this run? Not any real colonists. Not any real colonists. So insane. No real colonists have died that I remember. What's the best way to manage food production? Are you talking about what you grow or like betrayal already? What? Yeah, okay. Oh, Christ. Skeeter, are you not a real dwarf? Skeeter's a dwarf. All the other ones were near multiple people, so. Kidnap? What? I think friggin' not. Wow, that was a fast betrayal.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sub.
All right, turn on the incinerators. Okay. Train the light team. I don't think that'll ever be top. Kronk can't imagine it. Or what type works best? I can go over that a little bit. 1 second. Dwarf, welcome in. Lily, welcome back. Mal, it's going in the book. That's right. Prolasis, thank you for the Twitch Prime. So what would I say about food production? I'm not going to go over the whole rice versus corn versus whatever thing again. You can go to exclamation food if you want to see that. Exclamation food. But in general, the game is balanced around basically 20 crops of any one kind, basically. In normal soil, will feed one colonist simple meals forever, if you can grow it all year round. Now, you probably want to make a little bit more than that. Rich soil obviously changes the math, especially if a crop has fertility sensitivity. So let's just take rice, for example. If you grow 20 plots of rice in normal soil, it will feed one colonist forever if it gets harvested and planted right away on simple meals forever. That same rice in rich soil only takes 15 plots of rice. Again, simple meal, same stipulation. In hydroponics, it basically takes 2 basins. So 2 basins of rice can actually feed one colonist forever if it gets planted and harvested immediately and is only turned into simple meals. Now, in practice, that's not going to happen, right? You're not going to have everything done instantly every time. Maybe you want to use different meals. So then you adjust it based on that. So I always say you might want to grow maybe 20-25% more food than that. So you have it around for events and, you know, when you can't get to it because of raids and things like that. And the excess you can always trade if you really need to get rid of some or whatever. But that's basics about growing. Now, with meals, I strongly suggest you only make how many meals you are going to eat within like a 2 to 3 day period. Meals take 3.5 days to rot if they're not refrigerated or frozen. And so you can actually do this where you have like, it's set up to use meat and animal products for your first one. Here, meat and animal products only because those are going to rot first. And then if there's not that, add vegetable to it. And I only do how much we will eat. That way we don't need a big freezer full of meals for many reasons. But if you have any specific questions about the food stuff, just let me know. But yeah, you can go to exclamation food, which will explain a bit of it as well. A mech cluster. Okay. A mech cluster. Toxic spewer. Okay. Oh, is it up with too much corn? We got a high shield. It's going to actually recharge in 2 hours. So we could take this out, or at least pop it open in 2 hours. Yeah, Met Cluster 2. So for anyone that doesn't know, they fixed this. So you can't wake up clusters anymore by just spamming down beds. So unfortunately, that's fixed. So yeah, in 2 hours, I guess we will at least pop the cluster to see what we're dealing with. Okay, we are going to go into the settings here. Clear everything aside from high explosives. Carry that over. There we go. Okay. Almost done with all of our research. A fun prot. The toxic spewer won't matter for us staying under the mountain, aside from like this area, you know, where like our devil strand and stuff is, and if we need to come out here for any reason. But the actual under the mountain part, we don't really care about it. Oh, I forgot to actually go take care of that defoliator too. I'm going to do that. Do that.
You, my friend,
Xenolk, thank you for the 4 months.
Excellent.
And Tina, thank you for the 60 months at tier 2. 60 months tier 2, that's like 120 months. That's how that works. Thank you very much, appreciate it. That was a long time. Doesn't even feel like I've streamed that long. What I have. Charging. All right. So we're going to just go ahead and pop it so we can see what all we got going on there. It's 5 years. Does defoliator have infinite growth range? No, they cap out at 100 tiles. So defoliator ship that far away is not really going to cause any issue. It's already capped out at 100 tiles. So we don't have to take it out, but
Maximum level reached.
Iris, tier 3 for 8 months. Thank you, Iris. That's very much appreciated also. Very generous of Iris. Thank you, Iris. The Golden Sub Club. Urban welcome in. Thank you, Salons. I hope it goes well. Hope it goes well. I'm not sure how far the pollution from the ship will go, yeah. Because that's a new thing. I gotta test that out sometime. Yeah, they do, yep. But it hasn't spread super far. Not bad, not bad. How many centipedes? 2 blasters. I don't see any flame. This is mostly not centipedes, so this is way easier than the last one. Bow, bow. All right, to your stations, dwarves. I gotta start deciding who I'm gonna have repairing those little inlays. I'm not 100% yet who I want to do that. Not sure. Seeker, you should not be down there blocking. Probably shouldn't. Oh my god, that child floor baby doesn't have a weapon? Get a weapon, floor baby. You're 3 years old, for God's sake. Act like it. Chain shotguns? I always loved chain shotguns. They're one of my favorite weapons to use in the game. So I enjoy the chain shotgun. Whoa, Warhammer. That Warhammer.
Welcome back. Your steadfast loyalty is greatly appreciated.
Baby bats appear in Starship Trooper Ed. I'm doing my part. Baby's carrying a beer bottle. He's 15 years old, so I wouldn't refer to a 15-year-old as a baby anymore, but yeah. Unless you're also 15 years old, and it seems all right. Or if you're their parent. Or grandparent. But yeah, they have a beer bottle, yeah. Stasis, thank you for the 30 months. Thank you, Stasis. The melee guy needs shields. We have shield belts on them, but if you mean for friendly fire, no. They don't. It does help though, because occasionally some enemies are going to end up stopping and shooting. So we want to make sure that doesn't happen. Or they don't get screwed over by that, I should say. Like right there. So that one stopped. Okay, on centipedes, we are going to turn off fire at will. Bring you down in here. What have they been a baby for 15 years? So. Oh, what? I wonder how why some of them did that. It's not gonna matter because there's only 2 centipedes, but it could have been rough. There's 1 pikeman left. Oh, that pikeman got hit by one of the explosions. All right, you guys can go back. Go back. All right, what's this one at? 47%. We did a pretty good job there. We could actually sneak down here and take that out. If I really want to. Let's go on Zama. It's a lot of hours into it. Let's go on Queen Bee. Welcome back. It's a kill box or a peek box. Why not both? We're actually going to cancel the ones in the air just for right now. Okay. So what is it going to produce? Centipede with a blaster. Centipede blaster. Pikeman. Scyther. Pikeman. Okay. 2 Pikeman, 2 Centipede blasters. A Scyther. Okay. Yeah, you know. 5 power cells down there. 5 power cells still there. All right. Floor, baby. The war is over. We're not the war, but the battle. How do you even start? The game looks so daunting. So Doombringer, the game has lots and lots of different difficulty settings, and you can change them while you're playing. So you start out by making a save file even on like peaceful. Just make a very easy like peaceful builder or whatever. There's no shame in that sort of thing, right? And then when you get things going, when you have like some basics figured out and you're like, all right, my people aren't starving to death, you know, I have enough food and I have an all right base set up, then just turn on like very minor events. Turn on like the lowest raid difficulty and then start working your way up. So you can do it that way. There's also lots of guide content. I have a lot of guide content and kind of guided playthroughs up on YouTube, so you can watch content to learn the game, of course. But in general, yeah, don't be afraid to just put it on a low difficulty and just try things out. And then you can crank it up while you're playing. Not where it just talks or ordering it. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know that we have how many barrels. We actually do have a lot of barrels, so we might just do that. We might just do that. Oh my god, Papa. No. You know what? Just to be safe, let's just grab everyone. I know I could adjust the zone. I'll do that after this so that we don't have that happening anymore, but let's just grab everyone. Even if I don't line everyone up. Right. 20 plots of rice and rich soil per colonist is the same for mushrooms. And rich soil, it's 15 plots of rice per colonist. Rich soil doesn't really impact mushrooms because, well, mainly because mushrooms don't have really like any fertility sensitivity. Not really. The fertility sensitivity of mushrooms is like one of the lowest in the game. So mushrooms, it pretty much doesn't matter where you grow them. They're going to grow about the same speed. That's what it boils down to. Fire wheel off. Wouldn't it be easier using a mod? Absolutely. Yep. There's 1,000 things in the game that would be made easier or trivial if I used a mod. It's one of the things, one of the main reasons I don't use defensive positions anymore is it makes no pause much easier. I gotta get those barricades back. That's what happens. That's what happens. The author of Prepare Carefully passed away. What? Really? That's sad. Defensive position, but games on 4X always. Ever tried Oxygen Not Included? Yes, I played Oxygen Not Included a lot. You heard it's harder than RimWorld, but prettier. It's so difficulty is very subjective, especially when the games are so different. Oxygen Not Included is a completely different kind of difficulty. There are no raids, there's no raiders, there's no like guns and stuff like that. It's all about understanding the mechanics of how the different gases and fluids and temperatures interact. But it's a completely different type of game in that way. I mean, it's a colony survival game, but it's so completely polar opposite of how RimWorld is that yeah, comparing them difficulty-wise is like it doesn't make much sense to do. So the high shield is up. I kind of feel like going down there and popping that, but yeah, there's no real combat unless you want to talk about like a crab attacking someone a little bit, but that's about it. Oxygen included is bigoted towards mouth breathers. That's true, yeah. The similarities is that you have individual like pawns, dupes that you use, and the dupes have like traits, and it's a colony management survival game, so you still need like food and stuff like that, but it's very different, yeah. I do like Oxygen Not Included a lot. I did play it a lot on stream in early access. I haven't played it since it got its big update in DLC, so the game's changed a lot since then. But what I didn't like about Oxygen Not Included and why I stopped playing it back then was that the end game was very boring to me, and I just did not like it. And they've changed a lot since then, so I need to go back and try it sometime. But the end game back when I played was just like, you go through the entire game to get to the point where you can build a rocket ship. And so you've become the little Einsteins, and you blast off in your little rocket ship, and it gets you material, and it comes back. And then you use that material to make a slightly better ship that goes slightly further. And that's it. That's all end game is. You just keep launching a ship slightly further. But they've changed all that. So I didn't like how that was, but they've completely rehauled the whole ship system and settling other meteors and end game and stuff like that. So I've heard it's all very different and very good now, but I just haven't had time to go back to it and try it out. It is better now. You can like and enjoy more than one game. That's true, yes, yeah. Just don't let anyone know, like in YouTube comments. That, so it's a themed run. Practice. Let's go practice. Masterwork pants. Hear that beer brewing? That beer brewing. Yeah, I might go take this out with one of our vat dwarves. After we kill the next wave, I very well might just do that. If they die, that would kind of suck, but one of the concerns is it's so far away. Breakdown speed issue. I could go ahead and EMP into explosive, but the odds of us landing right on top of that with a single mortar shot is pretty slim. Pretty slim. All right, the next set of mechs are on their way. Fleshed out now. The rocket stuff is a lot more robust. Launch better rocket for the next material. It's more like settle different. Yeah, I've seen, or I've read some of that, yeah. Let's go to network. Go, welcome in. Not Queen, welcome back. Another game, blasphemy. Let's go to Alpha, welcome back.
Welcome back. Your steadfast loyalty is greatly appreciated.
Every now and then I just hear that Itakeen over there living his best life. Well, probably not his best life. He's been in prison ever since we met him, but living a life. Living a life. Skeeter, are you? You're gonna get a gun, Skeeter, alright? You're gonna get a gun. Vegemites. Remember this? 7 months, Vegemite. 7 months already. sub from down under. Oh, right. You probably can't even understand what I'm saying. Hang on, let me fix that. There we go. Vegemite. Now that you can see me right side up. I'm sorry about the game being upside down still, but I can't do anything about it. Thank you, Vegemite. Hopefully that worked. I didn't have my preview up. If it didn't work, people were gonna be like, what? Nothing changed. What? Did it stick? Am I stuck up there? Oh no. Hang on, I'll fix it after this. I'm stuck in Australia. I screwed that up again. All right. What am I doing here? Why was I all smushed? There we go. All right, it's fixed. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the raid. Very much appreciated. Welcome in. Welcome in again. Let's go on Slacker. Welcome in. I'm squished. Lore. Quack. Welcome in. Wide. Small. All right, it's fine now though, right? I think. Okay, I'm gonna go take care of the. Oh, let's go beer there. Go take care of that with one of our. Who is it? What does Skeeter have? Skeeter, you're pretty good. I really wouldn't want to lose you, Skeeter. Really wouldn't want to lose you. We have this 17-year-old vat girl I could wake up. She's also trigger happy. And she doesn't even have a name yet. Try to say that name, I dare you. I'm going to go with the AoE Chan. AoE Chan's what I'm going with. What about this Vat Dwarf? This Vat Dwarf is also 17. They're delicate. If they go out, they're dead. Probably. Lore accurate. Do we have a frag grenade? That would make this much more... be done much more quickly. Oh, man. I'm just going to go for it. Wake up that 17-year-old girl. Oh, no. Don't deconstruct her house. All right, Vat girl. Get your clothes on. Got your clothes on? Excellent. Take this minigun. Good luck. Do you need food? You need food and sleep. All right. Eat that meal. Get some rest. But quickly. Quickly, because these things are gonna wake up in. You're not gonna be out there in time. What kind of stats did they end up? Let's check what she got at that stage. She got Sugar Happy, Great Memory, Chemical Interest. We didn't get to choose those ones, and she had just an assortment of 4s and 5s. No passions, yeah. Take your colony issued clothing, beer, weapon, minigun. Do some minigun things. Go frenzy on Floor Baby. Floor Baby's having the time of their life. Yeah, we'll wait till this next section of mechs spawn. And we will go down there and take care of that before it pops. So I don't want to lose our Devil Strand production. Man, I wish we'd get a bulk goods ship. Hear that, Cassandra? Bulk goods ship. Bulk goods ship. I don't know if she's listening. The beer being right next to the vat tub is perfect. Defeat a mech cluster by yourself. Go now and good luck. If you come back alive, you can be an official dwarf. Vat grown or not. If she survives, she'll be a member of this colony. What do we got going on? Quest aristocrats with enemies. These quests are always silly, you know? Someone contacts you. Help! I'm being chased. They're trying to kill me. Please, please let me stay at your place. They're following me. I'm gonna die. Yeah, all right, you can stay at our place. Well, do you have enough accommodations for someone in my stature? Do you have a fancy room ready for me? Maybe a throne room that I can relax in? Also, you're gonna need to keep me happy enough, because if I get a little upset, this whole place is going down. Excuse me? I think friggin' not. Deal with it yourself. See ya. Like, what about friggin' stuck-up royals? It's so good. It's always so stupid when I do that. Hey! The Empire is here. Okay. Look at this. We have Bassina with a Zeus. Oh! The Zeus hammer. One ham. Man, this is a almost full melee setup here for the Empire. They are not worried about these centipedes, though. Ionina taking some cover behind some rocks. Metphustus. Are you guys leaving? You can do it. You can do it. Venusis, turn. Guys, you had this. You had this. 3x back cluster, yeah. If you give them shelter. Man, you guys had that Met cluster. I believed in you. Man, Met here though does not want to leave. Everyone else is gone. They just left him. Met those. Oh, never mind. He's not quite standing his ground anymore. Yeah, he lost his legs. He's not standing his ground. Got some P music, battle music rolling there. No, that was a tribute collector. Tribute collector. Let's go, Nathan. P music, so good. Hey. What? Why are you guys so slow? We're here. We're ready. Start this party. Speaking of. All right, pikemen. Some doors rolling beers, yeah. They're just melee blockers, so it's like whatever, but. Is this kill box better than Singularity? No, not even close. Nowhere near. This one we're just using for fun. For sapper protection, no. You can lead sappers through Singularity as well. Still is pretty good though, but it's nowhere near Singularity. Singularity is super exploitative. It's strongest kill box outside of corner punch in the game, honestly. Vat Dwarf, eat your food, Vat Dwarf, and you got a mission. All right, let's go. Let's go. It's like balloon towers. Dog. You don't like RimWorld, just here for the P music. Don't blame you. Like Hillbox, the great thing with this one is the great thing about it, or one of the great things, is you can set up super early with just about anything. You don't need it to be like this. We actually used a version of it early game, like down here, that was pretty much just a little trap tunnel and a door and a couple columns and a couple extra walls. You know, it's pretty straightforward to use. To set up. She's gonna be standing in this. So I gotta keep an eye on that. Wow, some of those hit. Apocryton can res other Apocrytons. Oh, yeah, I haven't had that happen. Way to go, Dwarf. Way to go. I don't think her aim's very good. She's also, yeah, she is trigger happy. Hey, we had a Dwarf ejected because they were too old. All right, so this one gets a name when they come back. Tab every shot minigun hit its target, like with careful shooter and darkness. Large targets, yeah, you can pretty much do that. So like against centipedes, yeah, we actually had that happen in our Arcanexus run where we had like shooting specialist as well, and I think we had a masterwork minigun, level 20 shooter, all that craziness. Possible place 2 bases at the same tile. Same time? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can have up to 5 bases at once. Yep. Now they do, so they have their own wealth and all that good stuff, but they can get raided at the same time. Yeah, we had a minigun that was basically like a laser. We actually took the minigun and went and tried to mine with it because it was so accurate. It was just silly. Bloodlust. All right, Dwarf. You get a real name. What is your real name, Dwarf? It's our first fully grown Vat child. You love the growth of it. Sounds so weird. Tacoma Kin. Then we had another one that got ejected. So you're 16. How old are you? 13. Okay. Oh, that's the worst one. All right, let's draw a name. 5 bases, murder your PC. There is that. There is that. Fallen. All right, Fallen. Just how the Doors envisioned it. I think we have one more set of these coming. I can't believe that guy's still alive. Yeah, one more set of these coming. All right. How many kidneys? We're actually starting to make more again. We just need plasteel, so that's what's going on right now. So we have one more plasteel, or one more kidney we can replace right now. I think we've only done 3 so far. So Toxfire kidney, right kidney. Okay. Really wish we could get a bulk goods trader. Chance of seeing your name in a pawn depends on how many tickets you have in the raffle. Have a second stream tonight? I do. Yep. Blind God of War starts tonight. Yep. Got the PS5 all hooked up to the stream, ready to go. Oh, thank you. I forgot I got rid of that door. It's not really hurting us right now. We're still over, but yeah, that's good to know. I got rid of the door there, so just move it for the speed over here. Does a quick sleeper need biphasics changed to... They don't need it changed. You can do all anything if you want, but biphasic does still work fine with quick sleepers. So I think I talk about this quick sleeper in the schedule guide. But yeah, you can do all anything, or you can just do biphasic. How many tickets are in the raffle right now? Almost 2,000, but some people have dozens of tickets, and it eats all of them when you get one drawn. It's always 50%. Either you get picked or you don't. All right, this is the last little contingent of mechs that are coming up. So grab everyone just in case. Don't want anyone wandering in there, and then I'll set up a zone later to deal with that, so I don't have to worry about it as much anymore. Actually, you lost like 100 coin flips in a row. Need to be perfectly accurate. Colonists will sleep until full. Yeah, I was telling someone that yesterday on stream. I think it was yesterday, maybe or not yesterday. The previous stream, I should say. And it was they were having a little bit of trouble understanding what I was talking about. I'll show it again here in just a second. Beer bottle weapons, yeah. You watched a bunch on the YouTube. That's awesome. Thank you for watching over there. Thank you for coming over here. It is much appreciated. Inspire creativity on Soul Sapper. Okay. Is there a guide about mental breaks? I do not have one over mental breaks. What kind of question did you have about it? All right, we are going to turn off fire at will on these guys.
Welcome back. Your steadfast loyalty is greatly appreciated.
Once the centipede gets in there and gets melee blocked, we turn it on. All right, so now we don't have to worry about that cluster anymore. I think it's done, right? Just done. All right. All right. Super Mario, not Supreme. Super Mario, thank you for the 4 months. Welcome back. It's been a little while. Go back to YouTube. Thank you, Super Mario. Thank you for watching over there. Saw some most good things now. Excellent. Excellent. That's awesome, Sigden. 1,000 more kids that way. We might have 50% chance. I'm going to do a challenge run after this one, and we're going to go through a lot of the queue. There is no way I win the next challenge run on the first attempt. In fact, I don't know that it's even possible. So I'm going to do a challenge run when we're done with this run, and it will go through the name queue quite a bit. Quite a bit. What is that kill box you've got? It's just a melee block with shotguns behind it. It's a pretty straightforward thing. I have a picture of it on my website, adverseverything.com. You go to the guide section. Have a picture on there of it, but it's I don't have a guide out or anything. Anyway, let me talk about the sleep thing really quick. So for anyone that doesn't know, and this is in the scheduling guide, so I'm not going to go over it in super detail. Sleep is not a forced action. So what that means is if they don't need all this sleep, these become an anything block. So I'll have people that tell me like, my people get to this and they don't need 4 hours of sleep. That's okay. It doesn't work that way. What it does is here, they will fall asleep, and unless there's work or meditation scheduled afterwards, they will just sleep as long as they need to. If you don't draft them or whatever, they don't have a breakdown, whatever, they're just going to sleep as long as they need to, and then they'll get up. It doesn't mean that, oh, they're going to be forced to sleep 4 hours. So having anything after sleep means that they'll just go straight into like working or whatever they need to do. But the only thing that will force them awake, aside from like drafting, is meditation scheduled, not recreation, or work. Those things will force wake up. But otherwise, this is the same as having just 2. Or even if I said it like this, it works the exact same. It literally works the exact same. It can cause some problems if the pawn gets tired too quickly, but in general, it doesn't really matter. You could have 3 here instead. It would work as long as they get to their bed within 3 hours and anything is afterwards. But yeah, having that sleep doesn't force them to sleep for 4 more hours. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, I do go over that in the scheduling guide a little bit, but we're asked that every now and then. Heavily modded run at all? The last heavily modded run I did was a few years ago. It's up on the archive channel, the Amazon run on the archive channel. Does it work with recreation too? If they max, they stop? Yes, but recreation has a different threshold. The threshold for recreation is 95%. So they'll actually walk back and do more recreation. So you don't want to put, like with the recreation, if you did like this and they recreated here and they maxed out and then they went to 95% here, they would come back and recreate again when you didn't really need them to. So it's a little bit different, but what's the downside of just scheduling sleep and recreation then? The downside to the biphasic schedule is just a little bit of productivity hit, but all that's in the scheduling guide. Exclamation SCH will get you there. It's a pretty, extensive guide on all that kind of stuff, and it has timestamps to go to the parts that you want. Have I done a blind ideology run? Yes, the cheese run. Is the next run peg legs only? No, harder than that. Just a slight mental break, like wandering around, and later when it happens, more on the same pawn, get the mental breaks. Ah, okay. I gotcha. You see this? If you hover over this, it will explain it a bit to, like not in detail, but it'll explain it a bit. And you see these little ticks right there? Those are like the thresholds that it's talking about. There's a lot of things that factor into it and change it. I don't have a guide out on that though. No left side challenge. Yeah, for visitors, you can just do triphasic. Yeah, triphasic or quadphasic. What if you only have sleep scheduled? Then they would just go lay down every time they were a little tired. Every time they get tired, they would just go lay down. I don't like that one, but you could do it. All right, we got another kidney. Are your guides for vanilla or few mods plus newer versions? Yes. It's I don't make guides that require a mod for it to work, and they are all the guides right now, aside from the clothing guide, are currently applicable. Yep. So you'll notice on the titles and stuff at the end of it, it will literally say 1.4 in parentheses. All the ones that work in 1.4 are still, or we'll say it, but yeah. So all that stuff is still applicable, especially the scheduling guide. I didn't have the camera plus bug, luckily. Not that I've noticed. Banish all adults run, harder than that. Believe it or not, this next run's harder than that. I can double click upon. It goes right to them. I can go between them like this. So. Huh. Fog of War, harder than that. Other than that, you were unable to jump. That's what people said, but mine have been working the whole time. Thank you, Deck. Thank you for watching. They were kind words. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. But anyway, we'll get to that one. Do I have a cheesy plan for early? I've been thinking about that. There's a couple options I have, Smurf. I'll talk more about it later, but a couple options I have is either have one or two of the starting pawns be joggers, or I'm gonna have to do something like this, where I cram us in that corner. You like the super comfy sound of the beer brewing? Do you have smooth jumps enabled? That's my settings. I don't know. How many's bunch up? Does some turret still force them to block each other? It hasn't changed anything other than boss summons don't have collision until they take damage or get side casted on. Oh, it's under the normal. Okay. Smooth camera jumps. So, was it not working if this is disabled? Is that what you're saying? Either way, my game is still working as it's supposed to be, and the mod has it screwed up for me, so I'm leaving everything the same. So apparently I didn't get that bug. But yeah, the only thing BMONs is that boss summon mechs don't get collision until they get hit with their group gets hit with damage or a side cast. So other than that, the collision mechanics have not changed for other things. A mech cluster will land, defoliator, 7 assemblers, only 34 plasteel. Man, if that was more plasteel, I might take it for the golds.
Our modest fellowship
It's working, don't touch it yet.
praise the sub.
Who's that? Sim, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Thank you, Sim. Very much appreciated. Thank you for using that here. I think I might. I don't see why I wouldn't take it. That's a lot of mech summons, though. Let's just do it. Should you aggro the boss first or no? Well, again, it kind of depends, because sometimes you want the mechs actually clumped up. So it depends on how you're killing them. So if the mechs are clumped up, you can very easily stun lock the whole thing and just kind of destroy it, depending on what weapons and stuff you're using. But if you are wanting the boss mech summoned groups to start having collision, you could have someone peek out from a door and snipe them on the way or something like that, you know, or someone behind a wall or something throw a berserk. I think I'm going to accept this. What's the worst that can happen? Don't remember I said that, please. Don't remember I said that. If you could hit them, it's hard to hit a small boss group like that with a mortar while they're moving towards you, but maybe. Caught up on YouTube, the Dwarf stream. Just to watch live, you'll never get caught up. Thank you. Let's do it. Let's do it. I need the gold to make more advanced components. We really need plasteel. I was hoping that was going to be a chunky bit of plasteel, but it wasn't. Oh my god. Look at this area. That's a mech cluster, all right. All right. What influences quest appearance rate? It's set in the storyteller. So the storyteller itself has an average number of quests they spit out. You basically are going to get about 10 quests a year on average. That's a complex. Alrighty. Okay. They're making their own colony on our map. Let's just forget that's down there. I'm going to treat it like I do most of my problems. I'm going to ignore it, and I'm going to wait for someone else to take care of it. Sounds like a good plan. I can't see anything going wrong with that plan ever. Ever. Light's still peeking in a little bit, but I do want that extra walk speed, so we're just gonna leave it. Mushrooms are fine right now. Man, we've actually gone... Oh, I see what's happening here. I see what's happening there. You know what? They should add the select similar in the base game. I'm telling you. We'll just do this. Well, I guess I didn't have to do that way because they're linked, right? There we go. Where are the doors in the kill tunnel for? You understand everything else? It's to retreat. So basically, if we have a long raid and this front part gets screwed up and we have to run people out, they get on top of us or whatever, I can run people out that door. The door shuts behind them and the enemies don't path up here with us. So the doors are there as just basically escape routes. And then we can pull the melee, or the melee block basically moves back. So as this gets destroyed, if that happens, we basically just keep moving back. And you could even make more of this. You could keep going back. You don't want to fill them from the beginning. But if you have this in like a more open base, you can keep doing more rows. And then if this goes down, you know, it gets beyond repair while things are going on, you can just simply retreat and then keep moving people back some. Depending on your weapons and stuff too. It does work fine with other weapons. Chain shotguns are the best for it, especially in the front section. But another thing that works really well is having like the first 4 shooters have chain shotguns, and then back here you can have SMG or assault rifles, you know, charge rifles, whatever. That setup works really well too, where you kind of like split, and you have your chain shotguns in the front where they are most accurate, and then you have those other weapons doing their work or their best. So Red, thank you for the Twitch Prime also. Thank you, Red. Counts the same as a tier 1 sub. You probably never heard that before in your life. It's true. That will stop. Well, none of them will stop coming. Oh, good lord. Well, that Met cluster is about to get woken up.
Welcome back.
Fajita.
Your steadfast loyalty is great.
You think his mom misspelled fajita? They're just oblivious. Huh? What's this then? Wow, Fajita. Look what you've done. The Outlanders are fleeing. I don't think they are. Nag, did you know that you're fleeing? You're fleeing so fast right now. Don't think they're making it out. This cluster is going to get really big too because it's still got all these generators. Let's see. Pikeman, Centipede Blaster, Lancer, Scyther, Lancer, Centipede Blaster, Pikeman. All right, we're just going to forget that's there. Thank you, Red. Very much appreciate it. Thank you for watching over there. Lots more on the way. Fleeing on over to the afterlife. His arm fly across the map. Well, the good news is, you know, pirates or someone can attack those. I really hope a pirate raid spawns over there. I would just love to watch that. Yeah, mostly right now we are trying to get to Plastio. We're finishing off the last little bit of research. I'm probably not going to research anything else. We might actually go through archaeogenetics really quick. And if we get lucky and we get to cataphract or whatever, we'll pop some of these back in. But Shrinkus died. I guess I need to stop having them plant that if I want the light here. Or we could just kind of they're going to get the mood hit either way. We could kind of compensate here and just smooth that so we get the extra movement from the smooth surface at least, but it's not going to undo the light penalty. I did have doors on there, but that became a problem. So what can children do? It depends on their age. So at 3, they can basically learn, clean, and haul. At 7, they have some more things that open up to them, some more jobs. And at 13, they can do all the things, all the things. Yeah, all right. What in-game are you going for? I'm thinking I want to do the royalty run, or the royalty ending. But if it's taking way too long, we're just kind of done with this run, I'll just launch a ship. Yes, they can shoot weapons at 3. That's true. That's true. They're Roombas with legs and miniguns. That's right. Or chain shotguns, as our dwarven children had. But yeah, it just depends. I kind of want to go with the theme of the royal victory. Haven't done one of those in a little while, but 3-year-olds and miniguns. That's right. Here's a small child with a chain shotgun. Talking about it in the Discord earlier, where you give, so a child wakes up from their vat at 3 years old. They come out, they grab a beer, some clothing, we give them a chain shotgun, and then they start doodling on the floor. Yeah. That's what I was thinking too. King under the mountain. King under the mountain. I have another growth vat dwarf that's going to pop out soon. I might do another set. Clone Wars. Clone Dwarf Wars. Started the Dwarf Wars have. There's some mods already that add more floor drawings. That's pretty awesome. So when the kids turn like a little bit older, they start drawing like phallic stuff everywhere. And so like the kid will go head off in the back of a room or whatever and snicker and draw some genitalia. Is there a mod for that yet? Dave, welcome in. Thank you for being here, Dave. Kids do have low HP, that's true. They can wear a shield belt now, though. How long from 0 to soldier? If it's all in the vat, I'm not sure, actually. Let's go in Moz, so. The S is in there? I was talking about Bell. Did I gloss over something? Let me know. Hangman game that spells R blank worlds. That's pretty cool, yeah. And the M is already crossed out. Oh, that's perfect, actually. Look how dense that is. Oh, I got you. The S, the stupid S. I got you now. Yeah. My bad. I know what S you're talking about. The universal S. That everyone just started drawing. Yeah. Never stopped. I think I will make some more vat children. It's like, why not? Looks and value for mortars. Yeah, explosives don't do too much against the mechs, though. They don't do too much. Do we have a fertile dwarf woman? That's so weird. We do. All right, here we go. Extract that ovum. Extract that ovum. Oh, Claw, you're not a dwarven woman. Probably shouldn't with Soul Sapper. Yeah, let's go with the Vig for right now. And actually, let's see. What about one of the newer ones? Baseliner. Ew, not a dwarf. Terrible. Hey, there's an 18-year-old dwarven woman. Excellent. Excellent. All right, we'll go ahead and extract that one too. And what do you know? Another one. a berserk. Think we're gonna kill him this time. Oh. 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 Oh, goat. Goat wasn't having any of that. Goat was not having that at all. Hey, floor baby, can you save that guy before he dies? Oh, he's missing a leg now. Nice. Oh, we got the banger coming. What is the meta for the bedrooms? I don't know what you mean. I'm just using them because of the theme. It's a themed run, so I'm just playing differently. I still think barracks are better overall, especially for my play style, but I don't know what I don't know what things are meta for RimWorlds, I guess. Time to take a second leg. Maybe. I need him to be able to walk when the Empire gets here, though. That's my boy. All right, we got an ovum there. Meta's whatever's fun. Yeah, I'll just use whatever I want, or, you know, if I'm min-maxing, I'll use whatever I think is best, but that's all I can say about that. 40% chance the baby will have abnormalities because of inbreeding, all right? Probably shouldn't do that. Gene makeup, you can type exclamation genes if you want. That's all. They're also a relative. Uh-oh. There's gotta be someone here that's not an inbred result. I don't see no problem with that. 80% chance.
Welcome back. Your steadfast loyalty is greatly appreciated.
Sorry, Go. I was looking at ovums. So that's the problem with AVIG there. They're just related to everyone. They're just related to everyone, so. These other two might be all right. Let's take a look. Uh-oh. Must be 14. We're gonna have some of these baseliners do it. This is from P Music, the mod P Music. That's P as in pterodactyl. Well, so if we want to have any more Dwarven babies, there's going to be at least a 40% chance. At least a 40% chance they turn out. Because that's like 2 removed, right? So we're gonna have to bring in another male. So we'll keep our eyes out for some male outsiders. P as in pneumatic, or as in psi casting. That's right. That's right. Pneumonia. Pneumonia. Oh, that's a female. Use the 2 original ones. Well, they're 35. can keep doing that with Soul Sapper. Not gonna be able to do that much longer with Soul Sapper. Not too much longer.
Our modest
Right.
fellowship expands. Praise
Observer, 25 months. Thank you, Observer. Hope I'm doing well. Thank you. It's been kind of a rough week, but I appreciate it. Nunya, thank you for the 11 months. By clicking a button, you approve that your finger works. And there were definitely doubters. Sil, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Thank you, Sil. Nunya and Observer. Children have a custom Xenotype now, not baseliner kids that lose half the genes for some reason. If it depends, yeah. If I have a Dwarf mate with a Dwarf, then they keep the genes. If I have a Dwarf mate with a baseliner or any other Xenotype, then they're going to get a combination, yeah. How many dead uncles are in this run? Dead uncles? Dad uncles? Is it cool enough in there? Yeah, it is. Don't worry about it. I know what you meant. I just like reading it that way. No, there's no inbreeding in our colony yet. I describe RimWorld. It depends. There's a mod for that. That's right. Okay. How can you automate meal production? Just produce 100 and suspend the bill for some time. All right, I'll show you. Here's what I suggest. So go in and add a bill to, let's just say to start out, make the maximum 2 times your colonist count. You can go higher than that because meals take 3.5 days to rot. But go maximum, do until you have X, and then pause when satisfied and about half of the maximum. And then set for your first meal all meat and animal products because that's the things that'll rot soonest. And then after that, make another one exactly like it, and then turn on vegetation for that, depending on what your colonists are eating. But basically, you want to do until you have X. You want to have, whatever the number is that you want to on the max end of meals, and then pause till 30. If you don't do this, what will happen is, like, if you have it set for 100 meals like you're talking about, as soon as there's not 100 meals, someone will rush over there to make the meal, which seems like a pretty big waste of time to me. So if I didn't have pause and satisfied, they would just, as soon as it dropped down from 60, we must cook. So that's my preference, to automate meals. What is that blue potion? You talking about this? Why, that's a woman's egg. And the one you saw a minute ago, that potion was a fertilized embryo. Potion. Yeah, those aren't potions. Those are where babies come from. Why cook one instead of 4 at a time? I should clip this. If someone wants to clip this, I'll put a command up. All right, there's several reasons to do 1 at a time instead of 4. First off, you make 4 at a time, and that ends up triggering, if you get a food poisoning, all 4 of the meals are instantly poisoned. You lay it down, people come and grab it. That's 4 food poisoning meals instead of 1. There's the first one. The second one is, if I need to draft them and pull them to do anything, and they are 75% through making 4 meals, and I do that, I've just wasted the opportune cost of 3 meals, but we have none. So, especially no pause, drafting as soon as something happens is very common. So I will do that very, very often. And so in that time, we could have had 3 meals. The third thing is, when you have meals on shelves right by it, you're not saving a whole lot of time, 4x in general. So I do it because I don't want to get 4 food poisoning at once instead of 1. Because canceling will waste the meal and waste that time on 4x more often for me. And it doesn't really save a lot of time as long as you have the shelves going. Which I need to redo the shelving in general. So I'd like to do in these ones. I'll put it back down to important. And then these shelves up here, I want to put these as want to link all those. Yeah, we can link those. We're just going to put these on preferred. These ones are importance. And these ones we want to set for critical. There we go. That should fix all that. Meant to fix that earlier. Let's go on hard bodies. Welcome in. Binge watching the biotech run. Did to the game of the channel. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Four blessings for Papa Nurgle at once. Obviously, Rum, obviously. Yeah, I changed the mushroom storage earlier and just didn't fix it. How does priority work for shelves? Same way so you can think of a shelf as a small stockpile. So you can set it to whatever priority you want. Low, normal, preferred, important, critical. Do you run out of bedroom space? I mean, I could make more, but I'm just not. We have the full-blood official dwarves in their bedrooms, or as I like to call them, single-person barracks. We have them all in their single-person barracks. And then our vat-grown children are filling up the hallway. Is a Devil Strand duster better than Thermo duster? No, it's not. Devil Strand is the third best textile in the game, but it is not as good as Hyperweave or Thrumbo. Hyperweave and Thrumbo fur. It happened. Rom. Are you still our best trader, Rom? Why am I? Rom. How'd you set up a barracks with one bed? It's just a joke. It's just a joke. Isn't Devil Strand less flammable? It does. If you're wearing Devil Strand or you're wearing Thrumbo fur, either one's gonna just catch on fire. So I wouldn't change which one you use because of flammability. All right. Oh, you guys aren't selling any plasteel. Feels bad. Feels bad. Here, you can buy all this junk, though. Buy this junk. You guys want a romper? Could buy gold while they're here. Might should do that. Yeah, we'll just buy their golds. Are Thrumbos harvestable? Not without a mod, no. They sell plasteel? Alright. Let's take a look at that. They sell plasteel? $372. How much does that take up of our stockpile? Man, oh man. I really wish we would just scan some. Gold we need for the Empire and for advanced components. I guess buy 2 of those. I don't know. Let's take a look again. Let's have them go ahead and trade that, and then we'll go back in. Ugh. Post link. Made a clip. Oh, thank you, Iris. Yeah, if you want to throw it in the Discord or message me, I could put a command up. Or if anyone else. I mean, I could technically sell more beer, and then we just switch over. As long as we have enough, we can switch over the hydroponics to produce even more beer right now. Because it is kind of our struggle point right now is plasteel, so it might still be worth. But we'll literally die without beer, so I have to be careful. I guess we might as well get what we can get. It's so little, though. It's so little. Sell the food and let them eat plasteel, yeah. I like how it's landing over here now. This guard's supposed to be at net 0 pollution. Yeah, there is one in there that's at 0. Yeah. Sometimes it's you'll get one built up every now and then that keeps kind of like keeps going, but you can put one more. You can put one more pump down if you really need to. Yeah, the one spare pump. Yeah. I think slavers can buy babies. I don't know, but you know what's interesting is I'm actually kind of considering giving a bunch of our baby dwarves to the, or not, our baby non-dwarves to the Empire when they come. Why the switch by the batteries? So I was originally going to do it where we just have this off sometimes, and we have the batteries there as backup, but then we went into more hydroponics and stuff, so they're just connected, but it was originally there for just turning off and like storing the batteries, not draining them for whatever we needed, but it's just kind of a leftover thing from earlier. Kids are too cheap. They don't sell for a while. Well, I'm thinking about not money. I'm actually thinking about going up the ranks of royalty, getting honor. You know what I could do, actually? Let's go ahead and turn that back on with the Empire, because then we don't have to just build up. Yeah, we'll accept honor. Then we don't have to just build up gold. We'll also do that with these guys. Wouldn't mind allying Mop Poo Federation, to be honest. The Mop Poo. Or at least making them neutral. Mop Poo. This is very in-game. This is pretty late game, yeah. Yeah. I have a lot of guides and guided playthroughs that have basically no mods or very, very little mods up on YouTube. So you can always check that out if you would like. I'm gonna switch this over to hops for now. I think I might get more brew going. I think the mountain base itself is at a good temperature. I can just put more of these around. Not really have to worry about it. So we are going to need to chop some of this wood down here if I want to do that, though. So let them do that. And it is time for me to split the recording. So the stream will continue. I just need to split this to make it easier to upload to YouTube and to upload to the editor to save on that file size. So let me go do that. Please don't let us die. The mighty Mop Poo. I will be right back.